Hello backyard vegetable gardeners, welcome to the Backyard Vegetable Gardening channel. Today's June the 5th, 2024, and I sure hope you're having a great day. If you like growing strawberries like I like growing strawberries, then there's no doubt you've already discovered ants and slugs do too. In this video, I'm going to show you two simple solutions that I use in my garden to control ants and slugs. So if you're interested, stick around and I'll show you how. Strawberries are among my favorite things to grow out in the garden. In fact, I don't think there's anything much better you can do for yourself than to have you a little berry patch. One of my favorite things in the whole world to do is to take some of the children and the grandchildren out in the garden, just sit down and snack on some berries. But there's nothing any worse than getting out there, reaching for that good plump strawberry, just to find out that the bugs got to it. The way most of us grow our strawberries in the garden creates an optimal environment for pests like ants, slugs, and earwigs. And if we don't get them in check, those pests will quickly grow in number and in size, and they'll decimate a good crop. So it's important for us to have a good harvest that we learn how to deal with them. We're going to start out by making our slug traps. And what you're going to need is some containers like these Ziploc containers, a cup of water, some all-purpose flour, some white sugar, and some active dry yeast. The tools you're going to need: a measuring spoon, a marker, and a utility knife. And you might benefit if you had a ruler. To begin with, we're going to need a good container. In this case, I'm using a Ziploc container. Any container will do, Cool Whip container, margarine container, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's got a well-fitting lid. What you're going to do is you're going to cut these rectangular cutouts in all four sides of your container. In this particular case, mine's up about 2 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches. I've made my slits a little over half an inch tall and about 2 inches wide. And you're going to do that on all four sides. And that's the entry points for our slugs. Once you have your container ready, all you need to do is add in 1 teaspoon of regular all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar. You can get by with adding just 1 teaspoon of dry active yeast, but I'm just going to use this whole pack, which contains 2 1/4 teaspoons. Before you mix in your water, you want to go ahead and mix your dry ingredients. Just makes it easier later. And then we're going to add in about a cup of water. If you use warm water or hot water, it'll make mixing a lot easier. And with your water added, you just mix your ingredients and our trap is complete. And making our ant baits are just as simple. We're going to make 2 different types of ant baits, one with a more liquid solution and one with like a paste solution. The first one we're going to do is the liquid solution. So you get your bottles out, get your little funnel, and for each bottle you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of sugar, or 3 teaspoons, 1 tablespoon of borax, and you're going to need about a 1/4 cup of water. Warm water works best, but you don't have to, as long as it's not cold. For this 16-ounce bottle, it's just as simple as measuring with your eyes about 1/4 of the way up the bottle. And once all our ingredients are in the bottle, put the cap on and just shake it till it's mixed thoroughly. And that's what it's supposed to look like. Nice, good liquid solution. So I'm going to put this into the side. We're going to get another bottle. We're going to do our dry mixture. It's the same ingredients, just in different quantities. This time we're going to use 4 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of borax. And this time we're just going to add a few drops of water, just enough to where that becomes granulated paste. And when you're all done, it looks something like that. So I'm going to make some more traps, then I'll meet you out in the garden. And now that we're out in the garden, installing our ant baits is just as simple as taking the lid off and laying the trap flat where you know that the ants are trafficking. Installing the dry baits are just as simple. And installing our slug traps are just about as easy. Just get your little spot, clear out your mulch, dig your little hole, Just make sure that when you lay your trap down in the hole, that the openings are flush with the soil so the snails can easily travel in and out. And your slug trap is installed. Be sure to check it every 2 or 3 days, because you might need to empty it or put more ingredients in. But that's all there is to it. 2 very inexpensive and non-toxic ways to deal with the ants and the slugs that are eating up your strawberries. So if you like this video, if you've learned something, I sure hope you'll hit that like button. If you like gardening and garden related content, sure would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Guys, about 75% of the folks who view the videos aren't subscribers. Sure hope you'll help us out. If you got some friends who like gardening and garden related content, I sure would hope that you'd share it with them on social media. Help us out, guys, and help them while you're at it. As always, it's been my pleasure to be with you. Till we see you on the next one, I hope you're having a great day.